Welcome back, dear travelers of the emotional landscape, to the one place where we do not simply consume celebrity news, we inhabit the stories that shape the human heart. You are tuning into whatever you need, your sanctuary for deep dive storytelling and the analysis of the moments that define a life. Today we are not talking about ratings, box office numbers, or red carpet fashion. We are talking about something far more fragile and infinitely more powerful. The transformation of a man's soul. We are peeling back the layers of a figure known for his stoicism to reveal the beating, tender heart beneath. If you believe in the power of love to rewrite a person's destiny, you have found your home. Before we step into this intimate confession room, please ensure you have subscribed to our channel. To walk this path with us even closer, consider hitting the join button to support our storytelling mission. Your likes are the heartbeat of this community, and your comments are the echoes that keep the conversation alive. Now prepare yourselves, because Halil İbrahim Ceyhan has just shattered his own silence in a way no one saw coming. For years, Halil İbrahim Ceyhan has been an enigma wrapped in charisma. To the public he is the brooding lead, the man of few words, the figure who commands a room with a mere glance. He has worn his privacy like a suit of armor. Impenetrable, polished, and designed to keep the world at a safe distance. Interviews with him have historically been professional dances. He gives you the character, he gives you the project, but he rarely gives you the mun. That is why the events of recent days have hit the entertainment world with the force of a seismic wave. Halil didn't just give an interview, he underwent a public metamorphosis. Agreeing to sit down for what was billed as a standard promotional conversation about his new project and personal changes, the expectation was a routine exchange of pleasantries. However, the atmosphere in the studio shifted almost immediately. The air grew heavy, not with tension, but with a vulnerability that felt almost forbidden coming from him. It began when the conversation drifted toward the topic of fatherhood. Usually, this is where a celebrity offers a rehearsed soundbite about responsibility or legacy. But Halil went off script. As he began to speak about his role as a father, the composed mask he has perfected for years began to crack. His voice, usually a deep baritone of certainty, began to tremble. His eyes, often piercing, filled with a sudden, overwhelming moisture. In front of rolling cameras, the Iron Man of Turkish drama broke down. It was a moment of raw, unadulterated humanity. And then came the confession that has since gone viral, a sentence that will likely define his public narrative for years to come. I never knew what love was until I saw her with my daughter in her arms. That moment changed everything for me. Let us dissect that statement. He did not say he learned love simply by having a child. He learned it by witnessing the mother of his child. This is where the story pivots from a monologue about parenting to a profound declaration of love for Sıla Türkoğlu. According to sources close to the couple, this breakdown was not a momentary lapse. It was the surfacing of a deep internal change where Sıla has been the architect. Halil confessed, with a sincerity that silenced the room, "She was the one who taught me to see with my heart, and not just my eyes." Think about the weight of that admission. In a world where men are often conditioned to equate strength with emotional detachment, Halil is crediting Sıla with teaching him the very mechanics of feeling. He described learning to love, with every gesture of hers, with every look she gave me when she was taking care of our daughter. He is describing a process of observation, of studying her tenderness, and allowing it to soften his own edges. Sıla didn't just give him a child. She gave him a mirror, in which he could finally see a softer version of himself. I want to pause here and turn this over to you, the whatever you need family. This concept of learning to love is fascinating. We often think love is an instinct, something we are born knowing how to do. But Halil's story suggests it is a skill, something we must be taught by the right person. Have you ever had someone in your life, a partner, a friend, a child, who taught you how to access emotions you didn't know you had? Who was your Sıla? Who broke down your walls? Share your stories of emotional learning in the comments below. We read them all, and your experiences add so much depth to our understanding of these stars. As if the interview wasn't enough to stir the soul, the narrative was visually reinforced by a photograph that surfaced shortly after. This was not a paparazzi shot, nor a glossy magazine spread. It was an image of startling intimacy. It captures Halil in a flower-filled garden, a setting that contrasts sharply with the cold, urban environments we usually associate with his characters. He is playing with his daughter, completely absorbed in the innocence of the moment. But the focal point of the emotional weight in the photo is in the background. There, sitting on a bench with a serene, almost Madonna-like smile, is Sila. She is watching them. The caption was simple. "Thank you for teaching me to love." This image went viral not because of its celebrity subjects, but because of its composition. It looked like a painting of a completed life. It captured the exact dynamic Halil had described, the father engaging in love, and the mother who created the space for that love to exist. It solidified the idea that their relationship has transcended the drama of the screen, and entered a realm of domestic sacredness. One of the most touching aspects of Halil's interview was his admission of incompetence. We rarely hear successful men admit to feeling lost. Halil confessed that in the early days of fatherhood, he was plagued by doubt. "I felt lost, insecure," he admitted. This vulnerability is powerful. It humanizes him. He spoke of the fear of not being enough. But once again, the narrative returns to Sila as the anchor. "She was always there to remind me that I didn't have to be perfect, I just had to love with all my heart. And that I did know how to do." By admitting his weakness, he highlights her strength. He paints their relationship not as a fairy tale of perfection, but as a partnership of support. She was the lighthouse when he was adrift in the new waters of parenthood. And then, there are the details, the small, physical tokens that carry the weight of the world. In a recent public appearance following the interview, observant fans noticed a change in Halil's attire. Adorning the wrist of a man accustomed to the weight of luxury timepieces and tailored cuffs was something disarmingly simple, a small, colorful woven bracelet. It was imperfect, clearly handmade, and stood out against his suit. When a journalist dared to ask about this incongruous accessory, Halil didn't hide it. He smiled, a genuine, eye-crinkling smile, and said, "It's the most precious gift I have. My daughter gave it to me the day I told her she was my hero." This bracelet is more than jewelry, it is a totem of his transformation. It signals a shift in values. The expensive watch measures time, the woven bracelet measures love. By wearing it publicly, he is signaling to the world that his status as a father now outranks his status as a star. It melted hearts online because it represents the universal language of parental devotion, a language that transcends fame. The dialogue continued on social media. Halil posted a story on his personal account, a black background with white text that read, "Being a father isn't about teaching, but about learning. And I learned from the two women who changed my life." This was interpreted immediately as a direct tribute to both Sila and their daughter. By referring to them as the two women who changed my life, he elevates his daughter to the same level of influence as his partner, acknowledging that these female forces have reshaped his masculinity. It confirms that the bond between them is stronger than ever, silencing any lingering rumors of distance or discord. Naturally, such a profound emotional rebirth has fueled the fires of speculation regarding the couple's future. Rumors have begun to circulate with increasing velocity about a possible vow renewal, or an intimate wedding on the horizon. The whispers suggest that the couple has been spotted discreetly visiting a private estate on the Aegean coast, a region known for its olive groves, turquoise waters, and ancient romance. Some speculate that this location has been chosen for a ceremony that reflects their current state of mind, private, natural, and surrounded only by their closest circle. While neither Halil nor Sila has publicly confirmed these plans, the rumor mill argues that Halil's emotional openness is the clearest sign that he is ready to make a definitive, celebratory commitment. The symbolism of the Aegean, a place of history and enduring beauty, seems fitting for a couple writing a new chapter. As if the potential wedding wasn't enough to excite the fanbase, a close source has revealed another layer to this unfolding story. Halil is reportedly writing a book. But do not expect a scandalous tell-all or a vanity project. The source describes it as an intimate book recounting his emotional journey. It chronicles his transition from a man plagued by insecurities about fatherhood to a partner who found his center. It won't be your typical celebrity book. It's a quiet tribute to the two women who changed his soul, the insider claimed. Imagine the impact of such a work, a leading man writing vulnerably about the internal architecture of love. It would essentially be a love letter bound in paper, offering a roadmap for other men struggling to connect with their emotions. I have to ask, if Halil releases this book, would you read it? Are we ready to embrace this new version of the celebrity memoir, one that focuses on emotional growth rather than industry gossip? And what do you think about the Aegean wedding rumors? Does it sound like the perfect setting for them? Let us know your thoughts. At Whatever You Need, we believe that these stories of personal growth are the ones that truly matter. The culmination of this interview was perhaps the most poignant moment of all. When asked to summarize his feelings for Sila in a single sentence, Halil paused. It was a long silence, heavy with memory. Visibly moved, he finally spoke, "Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for showing me love when I didn't know how to recognize it. If I am the man I am today, it's because of you." This statement unleashed a digital tsunami. The hashtag #Graciasila, thank you Sila, began trending within hours. But it wasn't just fans praising the couple, it became a movement where people shared their own stories of partners who saved them, who taught them, who didn't give up on them. It solidified the emotional bond between the couple and their community. Even fellow celebrities reacted, with former co-stars noting, "There's a connection, a tenderness that can't be faked." A director recently collaborating with Halil added, "It's as if he's found his center." In his farewell to the show that hosted this revelation, Halil left us with a phrase that continues to resonate. "I never imagined that my greatest strength would come from a little girl who calls me dad and from a woman who taught me not to be afraid to feel." This is the summary of the new Halil İbrahim Ceyhan. He is no longer just the handsome face on the billboard or the stoic hero of the drama. He is a man who has traveled the terrifying distance from the head to the heart. He is a father who loves unconditionally and a partner who has finally learned to see with his soul. It is not just a love story, it is a story of evolution, of devotion, and of second chances embraced with open arms. We will continue to follow this beautiful journey, from the potential Aegean wedding to the release of his intimate memoirs. If this story of transformation touched you, please leave a like. It helps us share these positive narratives with the world. Don't forget to subscribe to Whatever You Need for more deep dives into the lives of the stars you love. And remember, for those who want to be part of our inner circle, the join button is waiting. Thank you for watching, and may we all find the teachers of love in our own lives. Until next time.